Hello. Welcome to Connector Dots. This is Mindset Monday. I'm your host, Kimber Booth. Well, this has definitely been a crazy year, and we are coming to the end of it with so much new hope with the approval of 2 vaccines already and great pharmacy workforce and all the healthcare professionals pulling together to help vaccinate our country. But I know it's been crazy for you personally and added a lot of stress. And I wanted to support you and meet you where you are. It is time, especially over these holidays, to focus on you and reflect so that you are going to be able to rise up in 2021. So today during Mindset Monday, we're going to review the 5-day connector challenge that I organized last week and how it can help you through reflection and planning. So welcome to these connector dots. These are brief, candid conversations on healthcare, pharmacy, and life for connectors and pharmovators. I'm your host, Kimber Booth, and I'm a strategic pharmacy coach and consultant. So what I wanted to cover with this challenge, the reason I created it was people were coming to me for support, and they wanted this softer support of finishing this year strong. They feel overwhelmed and other reasons. So I'm hearing different comments made from people. And when I bucketed it all together, I see 3 main reasons why people joined this challenge. And I want you to know that the challenge is still available for you to access through December 31st at kimberbooth.com/challenge. So the 3 reasons I saw people joining were, 1, that they wanted a fresh start. They were definitely feeling overwhelmed by this year, and they are ready to take a step forward to have a fresh start in 2021. There are others, interestingly, who realize that they implemented some really positive changes in 2020, and they want to continue and build upon that growth. So that group of people I call the continued changers. So wanting to continue that. And then the third group of people that I've been working with and talking to is the people who say they need to reflect and reconnect. Because at the end of the day, they really don't know how to feel because they haven't even been able to think about it and no time to reflect. Just going this year. So I'm not sure which group you're in. If you're joining me live or later on, please leave in the chat if you are somebody who has wanting a fresh start, you want to continue some positive changes, or maybe you need to reflect and reconnect. Well, whatever your reason, I'm here to support you, and that's why I had created this challenge. And there were 5 days of the challenge, and you can take them now. The recordings are still there and available to you with the worksheets to move you through it. The 5 days include day 1, to reflect on your year. Day 2, reconnect with your why. Day 3, radiate your life. Day 4, renew your day. And day 5, rise in 2021. That is our goal. So it's all about reflect, reconnect, radiate, renew, and rise. So what did we cover in these? I'm just going to briefly tell you about it because I do want you to go ahead and enroll in the challenge. It is free and you have access. Once you sign in, I will give you access to the challenge for the next year. So you will have access to it, although I do recommend that you do it in the next couple of weeks because it's there for you to start your year off strong, to support this time for you to reflect and reconnect. So please go ahead and sign up. You can go to kimberbooth.com/challenge. Now, what we covered in day 1 was the reflect on your year, where you would answer some reflection questions and do some goal reflection. So the reflection questions are there. There's 10 recommended questions to go through and think about the past year. Hopefully you're doing some reflection like this already, but if you're not, these are a great place to start, and it's definitely something that I like to do, especially at this time of year. The goal reflection is there for you to think back. If you did have goals this year, did you accomplish them? What's still in process and what is still planned? Day 2 is all about reconnecting with your why. It is probably easy to have lost your way this year. Or maybe it's re-emphasized it, but this is your chance to solidify it. This part of the activity challenge on this day will have 2 activities of looking at what are your core values and finding your why. So your core values are those intrinsic things that drive you. They're your purpose and what you are driven by. I have 4, which is to lead, inspire, value, and excel. The acronym is LIVE. You may find that a lot of organizations have acronyms for their values. I know many organizations I've worked for have done that to make it easier. Not saying you have to do that, but it is a good way. And there's a great worksheet to help you guide through this process. These are all quick. Each of these, I only recommend spending about 20 to 30 minutes a day on these activities. I'm not trying to spend a lot of time. It's not like a course. This is some quick touch bases for you to help with reconnecting with yourself. And then you're going to look at creating a why statement. And Simon Sinek first talked about this with the Start With Why book, and then he wrote Find Your Why, which is a process to help you through as an individual finding your why. And it's a great way to summarize what the contributions you want to provide and what impact you want to have. Day 3 was about radiating your life. And this was about, I know we don't like the term work-life balance, but it is about looking at the aspects of your life. And I think of our lives in 4 quadrants, and you may have different ways of looking at it. I find it's easiest to look at these 4 quadrants. And what you'll do as part of this day's challenge is to do a connector life assessment. And in that assessment, you're going to look at the 4 quadrants, which are yourself, it is your family and friends, it is your career, and your community. And again, within those, if you want to add spirituality, you can do that under the self. If you want to do finance, you can put that under yourself. Fitness, there's different things you can put in each of those categories to make it work. But I just find it's easier to not be overwhelmed. I like to look at it in those 4 buckets. On day 4, it's about renewing your day. And in this, we need to take back control of our day if it's gotten ahead of us, and feel more in control where we can. We can't control everything, but there are things we can do. And the first starts with daily routines. So having a morning daily routine and an evening daily routine to help us start the day and end the day. Thinking about what are those things you want to do every day so you have that consistency. You wake up energized and you go to bed relaxed and ready to close out the day. The second part of this was looking at doing a block calendar and looking at what would be your ideal week. If you could group things together, how would you schedule your ideal week? So that is all a part of renewing your day. That brings you to the last day of the challenge, which will be about rising in 2021. And in this day's activity, you're going to look at doing a connector self-assessment. And the whole reason I coined the name of this challenge, the Connector Challenge, was because I see the value in you being a connector. It is a term that people started calling me many years ago. And I coined this term that, a connector is somebody who connects knowledge, people, and resources, and their energy comes from bringing clarity to themselves and others. And I want you to feel like you can be a connector, and this will help you assess those broader aspects to help you be a connector. And on this day, you'll be able to tie everything together and thinking about how can you take this forward to the next step of planning your year in 2021. So after you do the challenge, the people who've already completed the challenge, their obvious next step, and I've already invited them to take the journey as a next step of going to your Map Your Year workshop, which I am holding on New Year's Day from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. This is a great way to start your year. I have been doing and attending New Year's Day workshops for a long time now. It's a great way to start the year from a planning perspective. And you can go to kimberbooth.com/workshop to enroll in the Map Your Year workshop. And that program includes the 3-hour workshop, tools, worksheets, as well as ongoing accountability calls for maintaining your planning for the year, as well as some professional development planning tools. So I'm here to support you. you'll go through the imagining your destination, planning your route, and enjoying the journey. A lot of what we're going to cover is mindset, but definitely some of the logistics of planning. The reason why resolutions fail is they're not associated with a plan, and they're not associated with aspirational goals that excite you. I want you to be excited about your year. I want you to be excited about what you can accomplish. We're going to imagine that destination, plan the route, and get you to your destination by enjoying your journey. So thank you for your time today. Happy Monday. Be bold, be a connector, advance healthcare and pharmacy practice. Take care.